every year, don't we? New year, new you. And by January the 14th, it's a distant memory. Well, personal trainer Paula Litherland joins me now to chat about how we can stick to our healthy resolutions. Paula, thanks for joining us. What's the problem with these knee-jerk resolutions of healthy eating and getting fit and losing half my body weight?
The main problem is fad diets. People just say, I'm going to have a liquid diet or 1,000 calories a day, and they don't realise that your body can't sustain it. And if you eat less than your body requires, then it's going to store fat because it thinks it's in starvation mode. So that's the main reason, and then obviously your body needs to put the weight back on. And
we can't sustain it, perhaps. You can,
no.
You know, nobody can not eat for a week. It's very difficult, isn't it?
They say you can do it for a couple of days, have really low-calorie diets, but carrying on that for weeks on end, then it doesn't do your body any good. There's a calculation that if you multiply your body weight in pounds by 10, it gives you the minimum amount of nutrients that you need, calories that you need, just for resting. So if you're 10 stone, that's £140 multiplied by 10, 1,400 calories. So if people are having 1,000-calorie diets, the body's not even got enough to function on, so it's going to go in detrimental effects.
So are you saying then that we need to work out what calories we need and we need to take in?
Yeah.
But it's almost a change for life.
Yeah, it's lifestyle choices, isn't it? So you need to make sure that you are changing your life and you're eating enough to burn, enough for your body to function. And it's about the foods that you put in. So people take carbohydrates out of the diet, but you shouldn't take that out of your diet because there's only 4 calories in a carbohydrate. It's the type of carbohydrates. So it's cutting out the simple sugars and eating wholesome foods and cutting out convenience foods and having real food. It's just going back to the old days, really.
Well, that's exactly right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you look at your grandma's diet of meat and veg,
yeah,
actually it's a lot healthier than us who are rushing around and piercing something and putting it in a microwave.
Yeah. It's got too much fat, too much salt, too much sugar. So if you eat real food, protein, carbs and fats in the recommended requirements, then you're going to eat a decent meal and you're not going to put weight on because there's not too much fat. OK, let's move from changing our lifestyle and what we eat to how we exercise and how we get fit. Yeah. I think people set themselves unrealistic goals, don't they? They just say, right, well, they join the nearest gym and they think they've got to go in for 2 hours at a time and then they do it for 2 weeks and then that's it, stop. And then they pay the membership and then they don't go anymore. So it's about setting yourself some smart targets and being specific, being achievable, and just really doing something that you like. Because if you do something like you like, you'll carry on with it.
I know it'll probably be very different for each person, but for Joe Public, what's an achievable goal for them to set per week? How many times should you be training?
Well, the guidelines say minimum of 3 to 5 times a week, but we're looking at 20 to 30 minutes a week as well. So if you can stick to the health guidelines of 3 to 5 times a week, minimum 20 minutes, then it's good enough. You're looking at intensity. As long as you're not overtraining, doing too much and working too high, just work at nice, moderate intensity.
Now, I would have thought I need to go into the gym and train very, very hard till I'm pouring with sweat. So am I doing the wrong thing there?
Yeah, you want to be going for a little bit longer at less intensity because you want your body to utilise fat as a fuel. What you don't want it to do is burn carbohydrates because that's stored for high-end energy workouts. So if you're always going in high-end and working, killing it in the gym, you're going to burn all your carbohydrates, you're going to have, your fat's going to stay where it is. And I think this is the problem that people do. They just go too hard, too soon, and just train the wrong energy system. So lower, stay lower and go for longer.
See, I like this, Paula.
Good.
I'm liking this. I don't need to do an awful lot and I can eat. But what sort of enjoyable things are out there? There's hula exercise, isn't there? There's step, there's boxing.
Yeah, there's lots of different classes and there's local clubs where you can do, like, say, dancercise and you could go out for a run on the street, you could go brisk walking with a friend, find some nice hills and walk up them quite briskly.
OK,
yeah,
wonderful.
Fun things.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll let you know how I get on with it.
OK.
Thanks, Paula.